Hey guys, we are live from the Brojo for another episode of Fan-Ime. This is gonna blow out our start of our Magic of Miyazaki stuff.
Stuff.
Well, I mean, there's the first episode of Black Clover we're gonna review next week.
Yep.
So we're starting this I think every other podcast we're gonna watch a Miyazaki movie and talk about it, and we're going in order.
Yay!
Actually, it might actually just be Studio Ghibli films because I want to see Grave of Fireflies again and just cry my eyes out.
Alright, I'm cool with that. We'll do Ghibli / Miyazaki.
Yeah, so the magic of Ghibli, there we go.
Yeah!
I am Kien.
I'm Max.
And before we start, we have one news story that Max is excited about, and then we just have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
So, Max, what are you excited about?
Tokyo Ghoul. R.E.
No, it's R-E.
I'm sorry, I'm not Asian.
Tokyo Ghoul. R-E.
God, you sound like crap.
No, I did not like Route A, so I hope. Well, it's supposed to actually take place at what happened after the manga, the 2 years time skip after the Anteiku attack. And so, spoiler, Kaneki lost his memory and is now a ghoul investigator. So.
Oh no!
Yeah, so he doesn't have his power. He doesn't,
Yeah.
So it looks interesting enough. I like the character design.
Right, the art style looked really nice. It looked really good. I'm gonna rewatch Tokyo Ghoul again before this all comes out again, and it'll be fun. I don't have free time.
Yeah, we don't. Well, I never have free time. I'm watching shit or seeing shit movies and.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a couple of questions, and unfortunately, Dan, I'm just going to answer your question right now. Have you seen the horrible American VHS artwork? No, I tried to Google it and I can't find it. So if you can send me a link, I would like to see what you were talking about. But now we're going to go into some other questions. Katie Diane asks, why don't you like Sword Art Online? This is pointed to me. And I don't like Sword Art Online because I think it's stupid. I don't like it. I don't find it fun. I don't find... What?
I totally agree with you.
I think it's dumb. I hate the main character. And I think, okay, my hatred for it probably isn't the way why Max hates it, but I think I hate it because my ex-roommate really loved it because I feel like he was living through Kirito. He bought both games.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
he's like,
did.
I'm going to keep it in the original Japanese subtitles and everything.
Look
at me. I made my guy look just like me. He's supposed to be Kirito, but it's me. I'm like, God, you are a sad sack of shit.
Can you not?
So, but in all joking aside, I don't find Sword Art Online to be an interesting series because I don't root for any of the characters. I hate all of them.
I think the show took a bad turn. After watching 3 episodes, I was like, I like this. And then they just started doing dumb shit, and I was like, this isn't what I wanted. No.
Right, and I don't enjoy it. I don't find it to be fun. It's boring. To me, it's boring.
Right. It eventually just became a harem inside of a video game.
Right, and I think that's what got worse. One of them
is his sister, and you're like, this is just all kinds of wrong.
Right, right. And, Kessler Cromer asks, can I pick the next topic of your anime podcast? No.
We get veto rights.
No. I don't know. She texted me, she's my sister.
Yeah.
Before anyone's like, what a dick! She's my sister, and she just recently texted me, I bought a Crunchyroll subscription. I'm like, you could have
just used the one everybody else uses.
Yeah, everyone else, which is fine. But no, Kesley, I'm sorry. No. I don't know.
Very slight, possible, very little, maybe.
You tell me what it is.
And then maybe.
And I will think about it. If it's some harem shit.
Nope.
Why you should watch a certain harem anime? No.
Nope.
If you want me to break down the ideals of a harem anime and what makes a good harem anime and what makes a bad harem anime, fine. I will do that.
I'm not going to be part of that.
Yes, you will.
No, I hate harem
anime as much as you do, but
everyone I have seen, I've turned off halfway through the first episode.
I like
everyone.
I like Oren. That's my favorite harem anime.
Oren High School?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a really hard time watching that, and I only watch it while you're watching it.
I find it enjoyable. I like it. Like, I'm not gay or anything, but like...
Kien might be a little gay.
I'm not
we
gay,
sat down and watched all of Yuri on Ice in one sitting.
That's a good anime, though.
It's very homoerotic, though.
It's not a bad anime, though. It doesn't make you gay because you're rooting for a fucking character. You were rooting for him at the end, too. Ryan was rooting for him.
Right.
Like, everyone besides Jay liked the anime.
Yeah, that's because Jay has very big fears of homosexuals. Because he may or may not be a closet gay. Jay doesn't listen to this shit anymore. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Listen, so now let's get into, after that, let's get into talking about the magic of Ghibli. Woo! Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Not Nausicaa Valley of the Wind, like some of you assholes keep trying to tell. Of the Wind.
Nausicaa is a character of the Valley of the Wind.
So, I'm going to get a little brief synopsis. Taking place in the future, post-apocalyptic world, the film tells the story of Nausicaa, the young princess of the Valley of the Wind. She becomes embroiled in a struggle with the Tolmeki, a kingdom that tries to use an ancient weapon to eradicate the jungle of mutant giant insects. So, I just want to get into the first off is it is still stunningly beautiful.
Right.
I love the artwork in this. I love the animation. I find it to be enjoyable, and I as much as I don't like Shia LaBeouf, I like the English voice cast. Like the English voice cast, you have Patrick Stewart playing Lord Yupa. You have Shia LaBeouf as Asbel, Uma Thurman as the evil bad guy. Jack Skellington, Chris Sarandon as Kurotawa, her second man. Edward James Olmos as Mito. Mark Hamill. Like it's a very
competent cast,
right? And I mean,
this is even before Shia LaBeouf went cuckoo. Like,
right,
he is competent in this, and he does a decent job for what little he has.
It's interesting that this is an almost 2-hour long movie. That usually animation movies get stale, but this kept going very well. The pace was really good, and I mean, I love the story. And like, just to get into it, like there are a bunch of themes within this. The music to me is very early Final Fantasy games.
I love the music in this movie.
I feel like Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind, was a precursor to how Final Fantasy games storylines work.
Yeah, where 50 years in the future is Final Fantasy 1.
Where it's like very subtle, like it's very subtle at first, and then it goes balls to the wall crazy at the end. Like, and I really think, I don't know, I think the movie has a lot of heart.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the themes, like, and this is actually in a lot of Miyazaki films that you will see, is pacifism and anti-war and environmental focus. This is actually, I feel like Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind should be played. I told Max this yesterday. It should be played on Earth Day, 24 hours, all the time.
That was my fucking idea, you dick.
I said they should play it on, like, something.
You said they should play it, and I was like, they should play it on Earth Day on some channel, like, all day.
Alright, my bad. Max made the comment. Hey, if you want to know the joke, Max made the joke. So you're like, make that joke, be like, Max Cooley made that joke. It's really funny. Ha ha. Sorry for jumping on you, Max. Forgive me.
Fucking steal my ideas.
Fuck you. So... It's actually, I was reading into this, like, they made an English dub edition that was 95 minutes long called Warriors of the Wind. Apparently, like, I have no idea that this was a... Yeah!
What?
Yeah!
Huh.
Yeah. It was in the late 1980s. The video was released, heavy edited to market it to as a children's action adventure film.
Oh.
Yeah, here's the poster is... Yeah, because they have the dude as the main character and not Nausicaa in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was very dude-centric. A lot of the things that's super again, like a lot of the things about this movie is it's a lot of symbolism.
The whole movie is a symbol.
It's an allegory to don't pollute.
Quit being an ass.
Like, I feel like this is it is a good movie to watch and sit down and have a competent conversation about this, because I think that's what Miyazaki does. And this is going to make me sound like a super pretentious asshole right now, but like I feel like, especially for me, when we watch Porco Rosso, it's a movie that makes you think about like what he's trying to say and then admit into this. Even the next movie we have to watch, Castle in the Sky, is very big on anti-war, and so this movie hints at anti-war a lot, especially with the scene where Nausicaa is actually, that's also an allegory to Christianity, where Nausicaa is arms open, being shot out by the.
She's New Age Jesus.
Yeah, she is New Age Jesus.
And before everybody gets butthurt about Jesus being a dude, pretty sure Jesus could be a chick.
Well, it's not even that. It's a very interesting thing, because like, they talk in the beginning. Speaking of that New Age Jesus thing, in the beginning they speak of he will come again dressed in blue, and he will walk a golden field. Throughout the movie, which I don't understand why they had to change her outfit for the final scene where she had the red dress and then became blue with the blood. Because throughout the movie, she wears blue.
Yeah, she was wearing a blue dress the whole time.
Well, it's a blue jacket.
Yeah, like in the scene where somebody gives her clothes so that she can like sneak out, if it was a blue dress instead of a red outfit, like, boom, that would have been it.
I think the symbolism of that is that, like, the blood of the... This is going to sound super pretentious.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, for the listeners, to understand the scene. So, the reason why she has this red dress is... It's not the red dress itself. It's that the insects have blood is blue. And as she's trying to save the insect from the acid, the blue blood is falling on her. It's like the representation of the change and the innocence, because it's a child. It's essentially a child that's being tortured.
Yeah, and I think the red also symbolizes the rage that like the Ohm had, that all the people had. And when she is like calming the baby Ohm and like turning blue, she's also like making the transformation to becoming this person. She's going from this war-torn bullshittery that's been going on to becoming basically the savior. Right,
and she does basically, like, it's weird because, like, apparently it's no longer poisonous anymore.
What?
Like, the jungles, or are they still poisonous?
They're still poisonous. Like, it's purifying. That's what the jungles are doing. They're purifying. Right. So what the people are doing is now living in pockets of safe havens.
Right.
And or moving under the jungle in hopefully very small numbers. But, like, at the end, they also show a scene of them digging up deeper water and soil from there.
To make it,
like, no longer have polluted soil and water. So, like, in their own right, they are doing kind of what the forest is doing.
Right. And so, with this in mind, like, you think about it, it's like, one of the biggest themes you have is, like, human nature itself. Like, I think it's very true that we as a race, as a species, tries to find the easy way out.
Yeah.
This is very proof of it, because they want to destroy the forest, not knowing, like, it's actually saving them. They don't want to take the time to notice it.
Yeah, they didn't even care to, like, analyze why this forest is here and why it's so poisonous and what's going on.
They just know that it's killing them now, so they want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so another key element to this is power. The giant monolith becomes this creature of destruction that just is used to destroy the Org, because they're trying to attack. But the reason the Org are trying to attack is because they took something of theirs.
Yeah.
So that's why they're in a rage. So there's a lot of these political conquests where, like, you understand why the princess, not the Nausicaa, but Japanese names are so hard.
The princess that died in the plane crash?
She didn't die. No, Kushina, the robot arm lady.
Yeah.
You understand why she's afraid, though. So, like, it's very... It takes a very militaristic fear of something. Instead of understanding it, they're afraid of it.
Well, and that's something the human race has had for a long time, is we're a race that wants to be in power. If there's another person, even, that has more power than us, an innate thing is to take over, become the powerful. So, like, warring nations that could have easily just paired up, and we all could have, like, survived and just stayed away from the forest, were just conflicting constantly.
Right, and the Valley of the Wind was the only one that never really conflicted with anyone. They just kind of just were there.
Yeah, and that shows that, like, there are definitely people who have realized fighting's not the answer.
I don't think they've had to worry about it, though, personally. Like,
yeah, they were
the farthest colony that it seemed like, and they prospered because they had the sea winds and, like, nothing could get to them.
They had a very good area. They weren't near anybody, so, like, a lot of the conflicts stayed away from them, and they were like a little bubble of safety way over there.
I like I said, like, I love this movie and I love analyzing it because, like, there is a lot to take a look at. It's like, it is not like, I know we were just talking about they tried to make Warriors of the Wind. It is not a kid's movie at all. It is a very not an adult movie, but a very, like, it'll make you think if you want to think.
You have to be at least semi-mature to watch this movie.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, like, preteen.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't, like, ask my brother to sit down and watch Nausicaa.
Yeah, like what I'm... Yeah, I agree with you. It's somebody who has to be mature, like... Not dissing on your brother, but he's still a kid. He likes to go out and
I don't think I would watch it with Hannah, though, either.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Like,
she's mature in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, fucking family.
Like, in general... Well, sorry. It's, in general, we talk about this. It's like, this is a good movie, actually. You could talk about conversations. Like, even, like, the National Wildlife Association played this movie, to talk about, like, what we can do to, like, I highly doubt the giant insects are going to take over one day and pollute our jungles, but there is, like, a thing where, like, we do need to, like, take a look at what we're doing to our environment.
Yeah.
And so what's weird about this is that movie came out in the 80s. This movie came out in the 80s, where, like, environmental issues were there, but they weren't big.
Right, they weren't a hot button issue at that point. Nowhere near where they're at now.
Now that it is a hot button issue, I think you should really rewatch Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind and try to, like, at least find an understanding. This is me throwing a political view out there. This is me, like, explaining that, like, this movie has a lot more relevancy now than it did in the 80s, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, this has a lot more relevancy, and I feel like a lot of Miyazaki's work... This is why I think a lot of Miyazaki's works are timeless, is because their plot doesn't have to revolve around a certain era.
Mm-hmm.
It revolves around a certain idea.
Yeah.
Pacifism. Pacifism is a big thing in Miyazaki, and like I was trying to explain before we got into the Christian aspect of this, is that pacifism was a big thing in this. Nausicaa didn't want to fight. Nausicaa tried not to use violence. And
she, even throughout this, caused very little violence on her own behalf. I think the only scene where you see her harm anybody... Okay, there's two scenes. The one right after her dad died, and then the one where she's trying to get away from... God, what's that country called? They start with, like, an M or something. So she can... Yeah, so she can go back...
Asbol's world, isn't it?
Yeah, so that she can go back to her place and warn them.
Paijit.
Yeah. Those are, like, the only two times where you see her really do anything. She is, like, taking hits from people. She is evading things. She's calming bugs and, like... She felt
guilty after... The thing about that scene we were talking about where she kills those guards... She felt a heavy remorse afterwards.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
That is a big part of her character, is that feeling, that heavy remorse, that she's like, I killed a life and I shouldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing about, like, the English dub is that, like, it was still that time where, like, some of the the Japanese interpretation is like, there's Master, there's Lord Yupo, if you kill him, you'll be famous. And, like, there's always those, like, weird, like... one-liners that don't make sense.
Right.
Like, and like I said, it's still a competent movie.
Oh yeah, very much so. 50 years down the line, this movie will still be relevant and still be a timeless classic.
Right. So, we might as well just do our classic movie ratings. What do you give this if you were rating it?
Are we doing our 1 through 10?
No,
we
give it.
Oh God.
Yeah, we're doing that.
I hate these ratings.
I love these ratings.
You just made them up to hear me say dumb shit.
Made everyone say dumb shit.
I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. It's a beautiful movie.
So it's an O loud? Are you giving it an O? Max,
he said it.
Max, say it. What are you
No.
giving it? Max, you gotta commit.
I have to commit.
I commit to this. I commit to saying O loud and nope and dumpster fire. You gotta.
No.
Max, just say it.
Nope.
You give it an O low. Just say you give it an O low.
He said it for me.
No, Max.
It's a great movie. I love the plot behind it. I love the storytelling. All of the characters are really good. I don't think there's really a character in this that, like, you don't get a lot from. Like, there aren't very many shallow characters or characters with, like, no development. Especially ones that are pivotal to it. And I love the art style. Miyazaki films always look amazing.
No,
always.
I totally get you. I'm definitely going to go give this an O loud as well. I like it. There are some things like I don't like about it, but for the most part, I enjoy this movie a lot. So, I recommend go seeing it. This is our first review of an old school anime. We're going to be doing The Magic of Ghibli.
Yeah.
I'm Kien.
I'm Max.
Bye.